Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite insects, fireflies. The first thing you need to know about fireflies is that they aren't flies at all. They're beetles. This is Steve. He's a winter dark firefly who lives in the woods behind my apartment building in Charlottetown. Most fireflies don't come out until the summer, but winter dark fireflies like Steve come out in late winter or early spring. Steve is also different to other kinds of fireflies because he doesn't light up when the sun goes down. That's why he's called a winter dark firefly. Here you can see Steve using his antenna, those long feelers on his head, to check the ground in front of him for dangers or for something good to eat, like flower nectar or pollen. Like all beetles, fireflies have three main body parts: a head, a thorax, and an abdomen. The head is where the beetle's eyes, mouth, and antenna are. The thorax is where all 6 of the beetle's legs are attached, and also where the wings are. The abdomen is where the beetle's heart and stomach are found. On the back of the firefly, you can clearly see the hard cases that cover its wings. Most beetles have these wing cases called elytra. Even ladybugs have them. You've probably seen a ladybug open its wing cases to fly, and seen the thin wings it keeps safe underneath. Here you can see Steve running around on my hand. I don't have to worry. Steve doesn't bite people. In fact, as an adult, he only eats flower pollen and nectar. But a baby firefly? Now that's a different story. A baby firefly is a carnivore. Fireflies start their life as an egg. Here are some firefly eggs I found under a log in the woods behind my apartment. A mother firefly laid them here. You can tell they're firefly eggs because they glow a little. After the egg hatches, a baby firefly called a larva comes out. This is a firefly larva called Beatrice. She's crawling around under the same log where I found the firefly eggs. Beatrice looks very different to how she'll look after she changes into an adult firefly. Right now she looks more like a worm than a beetle. She doesn't even have any wings yet. Beatrice doesn't seem to mind crawling on my hand, and I'm not worried she'll bite me. But these guys should be. That's because a firefly larva's favorite food is snail. Here you can see a firefly larva snacking on a big snail. Not my idea of a tasty lunch, but I'm not a firefly larva. So basically, baby fireflies spend a lot of time under old logs, hanging around with little spiders and millipedes, and hunting for snails to eat. Just like the firefly eggs, baby fireflies also glow in the dark. You'd think that would be a bad idea, that maybe birds and bats and other animals that eat insects would see the glow and then try and eat the firefly larva or adult fireflies. But they don't. Actually, when birds and bats see an insect glowing, the last thing they want to do is eat it. That's because they know that fireflies taste disgusting, whether they're adults or larvae. And if a bird or bat eats them, they'll feel very sick. Once a larva like Beatrice has eaten enough snails, she'll turn into a pupa, the same way a caterpillar makes a chrysalis. And after a while, she'll come out changed into an adult firefly with wings and wing cases on her back. Now, like I said, winter fireflies like Steve here don't actually glow. But of course, most other species of firefly do light up. They have a special chemical inside them, and when they breathe air in through special holes in their bodies, they mix the air with that chemical to make that beautiful green or blue light that we think about when we think of a firefly. These are the first summer fireflies I ever saw, in a place called Hakone in the Japanese mountains. I was very excited to see the little green lights flying around and landing in the long grass. There was a very clean river nearby, and that is the perfect place for fireflies to live. The fireflies flash on and off like this to signal to each other. In some species, the girl fireflies are the only ones who flash. But in other species, both the boys and the girls can make a light show. There are even some kinds of fireflies that all flash on and off again at the same time, so they look like the blinking lights of a Christmas tree. A few years ago, I found out that there are lots of fireflies where my parents live on Prince Edward Island, in a place called Canoe Cove near Cornwall. I was very happy, and I was able to catch a firefly that landed on my parents' cottage. I took him inside, and when I turned out the lights, he started to flash with his green light. This is him. His name's Tony. And here he is showing off his amazing light trick. I wonder if he remembers when he used to live under a log eating snails. Well, that doesn't matter now. Way to go, Tony. Don't hide your light. Show it to the world. I don't know why they call it a firefly. It's really a beetle